feel really excited to be here to take part in this incredible Area I3 District 87 Toastmasters International Speech Contest. Let's give it a round of applause. My full name is Henanta, and now I'm going to deliver a speech about the courage towards a big leadership. But ladies and gentlemen, before we going into that, I actually have a question according to this subject for all of us. And the question is, do we already have enough courage to face the every tough things and every tough situations that can prevent us from being a great leader and reach our dreams?
Yes.
Yeah, the answer of this question must be yes, we have. Because you guys have to know that just a small courage can affect most of the part of your life. For example, when I was joining my first international speech competition in Jakarta, honestly, there are so many fears that walked around in my mind that causing me nervousness. You know, such as the fears to compete with a speaker from abroad, the fear because of my terrible speech materials, the fear how to be good or perfect in front of the judges, and many else. But then I remember that my father ever told me one thing. He said, "Hey son, please don't think about how to win or how to show off your public speaking skills to the other person at this time. If you want to know, son, it is all actually not just about the prize, medal, or even a big trophy. But the most important thing is, when you already came into the stage, it means that you already able to tear down your fear. Also, you already give something meaningful to the other person's future's life, and you've improved the quality of yourself." Because, ladies and gentlemen, based on Mr. Paul May with his book that entitled The Courage to Create, he himself said that courage means a state of mind or action that can make a person able to face an obstruction or even a danger and reach their dreams or anything they want smoothly without being defeated by the fear that accompanies. And this kind of factor also can bring out the sense of our confidence to do various kinds of innovations and also decision making appropriately. Because, ladies and gentlemen, basically, the courage is divided into two types, which are the courage in a small scope and also the courage in a big scope. First, courage in a small scope can we apply from the small things too. You know, like just try to ask some questions and expressing your opinion in such a class, office, or even in a general public in our daily activity. Ladies and gentlemen, even though it is underrated by some people, but it actually can create such a big impact for ourselves. Because, you know, with the courage only to do that little thing, also will trigger us to learn more and look for knowledge as much as possible, right? So that the questions and opinion that we already expressed before can constitute the proper thing and will not make us ashamed of our own statement. And furthermore, the courage within a big school, one of the examples is the courage to compete and face the every tough situations. In this context, ladies and gentlemen, we can look at the events that are happening in our country and also the other Asian country society, namely the Asian economic community. As we know that, this event has been hotly debated by most of Asian country society. And ladies and gentlemen, willingly, we should prepare our courage to face a tight competition in this event. Because, you know, the countries in the region of Southeast Asia, including Indonesia, already established this AEC event. So willingly we should to prepare our crate for this event. Because at this time, there are so many foreign workers that have come to Indonesia to compete with our local workers. And nowadays, most of companies in Indonesia already require an employee who has the bravery to contend with the foreign workers. And afterwards, AEC is an ultimate goal realization form of the economic integration in the Southeast Asia region. So that you can guys imagine when the effect of this event have expanded. And for example, you want to buy some snacks on the side of the road. Let's call it seblak, one of traditional food from Bandung. Then you walk to the seller, and after arriving there, you see that the seller is cooking a seblak. Then you tell him to order. Hey sir, I want to buy 1 pack of seblak please. How much is it? Then after that, suddenly the seller turns his head into you and tell you back like, oh, kunai honto inai ka. Then you suddenly get shocked. And you're just like, what is he talking about? That's absolutely not Bahasa, right? And finally, it turns out that he is a worker from Thailand that have come to Indonesia and look for a job in our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, therefore, if you have good quality of self, then you can beat them in many ways. But vice versa, if you keep the quality of yourself low, it means that you flag them to defeat you, and probably you can't get your life goal. Because of this event can be very profitable or even be a nightmare, not just for the foreign workers, but also for us. That's all my speech. Thank you so much for your best taking. Good morning.
Sergeant at Arms, please escort all the contestants out of the room.